Whoa, yeah, it's tricky. Yeah, walk and talk video, yay! I'll probably just be doing sparse videos here for a little while. So much to do. Nobody else to do it. Yeah, unfortunately. Damn, I wish it worked some other way. Wish I could hire it done. Yeah, a little bit of tree stuff here. It's good, falls down. Ooh, that old tree is looking a little spooky up there. Gotta watch this corner. Whoa. This stuff is always falling out of that tree. Anyway, I should find an alternative route. But, you know, what's the difference? As long as it takes me out quick and hard and quick, I guess it's okay. Anyway, video. Yeah, a few subjects. So I'll probably do these kind of videos, few subject kind of videos. Anyway, that Fede guy? I don't know. I have to call him something. Yeah, whatever. He really is smart. Very articulate too. Bilingual and such. I can't even do English very well. He does both languages apparently. Well, maybe he speaks really lousy Spanish. But he speaks pretty good English. Anyway. Pretty comprehensible, articulate. Doesn't make too many mistakes. Anyway, it's sort of irrelevant. Anyway, he made a response video. He keeps making response videos, which is really good. And he, tries to be very polite, which is also good. I don't know if it's very good, but it's good. But some of these people really don't deserve it. And I mean, some of it is just so irrelevant. I mean, this name-calling thing has been around forever. Like, forever. That's what human beings do. Yeah, so, I mean, it's probably better without it. It just makes them look stupider. I mean, they're the ones looking like they have to keep resorting to it. They have to keep putting words in our mouths that we didn't speak. But anyway, so he did a response video to a couple of videos. One of them was that Luddite guy, who is another one of these obnoxious people who thinks they've made an argument, and they haven't made an argument. I mean, this is stupid. And so he's arguing against negative utilitarianism, with some sort of presumption that there's something intrinsically flawed in terms of having this idea that you don't make a mess. So when doctors have an ethic like, first do no harm, that's stupid, in his opinion. That's not a sensible or rational approach to a problem, is first don't make it worse. Like first, when you're working on the dam, don't flaw the dam so the whole thing blows up. Or like even a nuclear power plant. First, make sure what you're doing isn't gonna make a whole bunch of radiation leak all over the friggin' place and make a huge giant mess. That should be kind of your first priority. Is first, don't make a mess. Or don't make it worse. And that's basically negative utilitarianism. That's basically what he's ridiculing as nonsensical mush. And no, it's a completely sensible approach to problem solving and troubleshooting, is to first be careful. First, know what you're doing. First, clean up the mess. First, build the nest, then lay the eggs. I mean, he can't see the logic in that, in having birds that actually build the nest first. They don't sit there and look at the eggs and say, okay, I laid you, now I'm just going to take off and, enjoy my own pleasures, and you can worry about building the better world. You can worry about fixing it, fuckers. You future little bastards. It's your problem. You pay my bills, my debt. You go into slavery to pay my debt. That's how we got into this mess, Luddite guy. So you're not very Luddite in the brain if you think it's wrong, to think it's stupid to spend other people's money and to not calculate negative risk, not to appreciate negative risk, and not to do everything you can to eliminate negative risk. unnecessary, negative risk. And when you look at life, there is nothing else. Okay, the rest of it is a wank. And that's all it is. A cheap thrill. And it's dirt cheap. Alright, in a real world. So his other argument is that we're not addicted. Now, he doesn't explain how we're not addicted. He just calls this reductionism. This idea that you would actually analyze parts to understand how a system works. That through analyzing the parts, you understand the mechanics, the efficiencies, the friction, all of that crap. You don't understand a system if you don't understand the parts in the system. So you have to do some reducing before you can do anything else. And it's part of, again, this is logical system analysis. You can't do system analysis without doing reductionism. It's a necessary feature because you will find that it is parts that are where the flaw lies. The system isn't broken, the parts are broken, usually. Now, in our equation, it's the big picture that is broken. We're in this unusual circumstance where a DNA molecule made something, and a DNA molecule is really dumb, so it made something completely preposterous. A thing that basically, eats gas to produce gas. that consumes gasoline as a function of a gasoline production machine, and it does it by just eating up suffering. It just consumes. That's not even a good way to put it. But it's obviously going to consume more gasoline than it can possibly produce. It's just going to lose it to waste. It's a waste machine in the end, because it's trying to do something stupid. It's like taking something perfect and trying to make it more perfect. You can do nothing but fail. And life is just too perfectly stupid. You can't do anything with the game. So the bottom line is, it's a game played for no function, no purpose, and it kills players. And it harms players, however you want to equate that. And again, this language thing is so irritating. As people keep minutiae, chopping the words up instead of chopping the concepts up. The concept of suffering, our misery, our pain, should be something you can get without us having to every single time explain exactly what kind of negative sensations we're discussing and what exactly a positive sensation is, or a happiness. How you doing? Hey, Fluffy. You're pretty. White dogs. It's like a white golden retriever. I don't know. It must be a white lab or something. They had to be mixed. Doesn't matter. Man, it's a nice day. Anyway, so I hate this word thing. It's just so irritating. Because people say I have a happy life. Well, it's nonsense verbiage. It doesn't mean anything. The word love, all this crap, it just doesn't mean anything. If you really look at your happiness, it's a little tiny bit of your life you spend truly comfortable. The rest of the time, you're caught up in the want. I mean, let's not deny it. And sometimes it's fun to want things, but a lot of the time, it's work to want. And it's certainly something that you can only appreciate if you have that addictive psychology. And so, maybe that's the concept we have to deal with here, is the psychology of the addict, the psychology of the wanting machine, and what it intrinsically is going to function like. And so you're going to sit there and say, yes, I'm doing well, only because you have such a stupid perception of what well is. Because well is just measured by how close you're getting. How much forward you have bounced your treadmill. You know, you're pushing it. You're pushing your treadmill down the floor with the illusion that you're getting closer to something. But it's just a floor. It just goes forever in that direction. And you just keep marching in that direction because that direction, being dead, if you don't eat, you're going to get hungry. And if you like I said, dead, just from every innate sense, all the cockroach parts of us say, no dead, no broken. Keep marching, march. And so you're just behaving like an insect. You're just, being controlled by incredibly crude mechanisms. Let's just acknowledge that. Admit this simple truth. But they always admit that truth when they do, in this preposterous context, like somehow nature knows what it's doing. Well, nature's been doing it for billions of years. So what? How is that a justification for anything? I'm sure, in the days of Tyrannosaurus, it was probably something like, Spirosaurus or Pucosaurus or some other Asaurus that was a real pain in the ass to Tyrannosaurus. He just found it it's like a porcupinosaurus. And, and they just battled for millions of years for dominance. And for what? So they could both get wiped out in a meteor strike on Earth. I mean, there's nowhere to go here. It's just a stupid fight for a stupid victory. Who wins the bingle bangle bongle boongle 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 game? I mean, who cares? And the reason why any of this stuff means anything is because of your addictions, your attachments. Basketball isn't anything. Baseball isn't anything. The only thing that makes it something is silly people needing it. I mean, come on. I could analogize it to a million things, but like a banana in the ass. There's some people, very few, but there's people who find that really, really fascinating and interesting and fun. That's their definition of happy and fun, is to have a banana in their ass. Now, of course, there's nothing intrinsically valuable about banana in ass. It's only because they need it. They need it. They need it to derive their pleasure. They're addicted to it. If you annihilated the existence of banana in the ass pleasure from the universe, you would not do the universe any harm. There would be no weeping because, we're no longer deriving pleasure from not having bananas in our ass. I mean, it's stupid. So anyway, these are not counter-arguments. These people are not making arguments. And they keep talking like, well, I've totally refuted it. And again, they keep denying the existence of a future that has an interest. The will-be's. And what we're really discussing is the should-be's or could-be's or might-be's. And whether the might-be's are better off being or not being. That's the question. The could-be's that are out there. Are they better off being not to be's or to be to be's? And it just seems intrinsically obvious that we're not accomplishing anything. I mean, maybe they should be if they're really good at cleaning up messes. But other than that, there's nothing to do here but make messes. We make the mess. The sentient creature creates the problem that exists. There is no problem anywhere, ever, if a sentient isn't in jeopardy or in harm's way some way. That's the only way you can have a problem to solve. An organism in need of comfort. Why create something that needs comfort? That's kind of a big one. Yeah. Holy shit. There's a lot of them up there too. I'm going to be afraid to walk under trees. But anyway, you do read about that, a few people a year get wiped out by trees. Murdering trees. But that's the absurdity of life. No guarantees. No no real logic or rationality or functionality, no control mechanism, no justice built in, none of that. Just sloppy, stupid, ugly harm, imposed for no good reason, just because it's there. Stupid. And for people to just keep defending it like it's absolutely ludicrous to imagine there should be logic applied. It's such a cheat. Anyway, until the next time and such. Looks like all the leaves are down. Maybe I'll go leaf blowing.